What makes a legend in America? Is it heroism? Tragedy, perhaps? Or sometimes is it simply the audacity of a moment, a desperate act that's all too human? Let me tell you the story of Edward Wilburn, a man best known across the headlines as the Florida man who robbed a store wearing a Spider-Man mask. But as with every viral headline, there's so much more to the story.
Look closely, and you'll notice the suspect stealing liquor and cigarettes inside a local liquor store is wearing a Spider-Man mask. Deputy Bruce Milne responded to the burglary call in the shopping plaza in unincorporated Castleberry. When he retrieved the liquor store's surveillance video, he noticed an important clue at the very beginning. Our suspect tries the door for the first time, wearing no disguise at all.
To me, it was just a matter of just absolute surprise that he would walk up to the door first, try to break in, and then kind of it starts clicking in his head that, oh, I might get recognized if I do this without a mask on.
The suspect retreated to a nearby secondhand store, rummaged through donated clothing, and found the Spider-Man mask alter ego. But by then the damage was already done. Deputy Milne recognized this non-superhero as a local career criminal, 44-year-old Edward Wilburn, known as Fast Eddie.
Eddie has a very, very long rap sheet, and Eddie has been in and out of jail, prison, you name it. And he was actually, during the time of this incident, he was actually out on bond for other burglaries.
Wilburn's arrest history in Seminole County dates back to 1991, with multiple prison stays in between. In this latest case, the alcohol and cigarettes he's stealing are currency to barter for something else, drugs.
Eddie's a narcotics user. Eddie uses heroin, Eddie uses meth, and he steals to feed his habit.
Once Deputy Milne recognized Wilburn from this surveillance video, he was able to track him down and arrest him in a neighborhood where Wilburn goes to get drugs.
Fast Eddie Wilburn didn't have superpowers. He had struggles, addiction, a criminal record that law enforcement says stretches back to 1991. But on that cold night in unincorporated Castleberry, Florida, he became an unlikely urban legend. In January 2019, Edward was a man with few options and a mountain of need. Deputies say he first approached the liquor store without a disguise, trying to break in. You can almost imagine the moment, the realization dawning on him that he might be recognized. So he left. Across the street at a thrift store, he bought a Spider-Man mask. He returned. This time, he pulled the mask over his face, hoping, maybe, to become someone else for a moment. He took nearly $150 in liquor, $420 in Newport cigarettes. Maybe those numbers meant something only to him, a fleeting solution, a brief escape. But the mask couldn't hide his past. The authorities recognized his walk, his frame, even before the mask. Edward was known. Notorious, perhaps, in the way small towns remember the same names on arrest logs year after year. Deputies tracked him down to a neighborhood known for drug activity. They called him a user, a man stealing to feed addiction. For this crime, police booked him on burglary of an occupied structure, grand theft, and committing a third-degree felony while wearing a mask. Underneath the silliness, Edward Wilburn is real, maybe even relatable, a relic of a decades-long opioid crisis, of poverty, of fractured dreams and poor decisions. Life does not grant many the grace of anonymity. Edward's mistakes are public, viral, fodder for 1,000 Florida man headlines. A man in a mask stealing to survive. A moment that's sad and silly, human and unsettling. Maybe the only difference between Edward and the rest of us is that his mask came off. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's episode of Florida Man on Friday. Do not forget to tap that subscribe button for more videos just like this.